Dave, I suppose straight into it. Last night, 2 new signings. Cook and Fundup joined the squad. We'll talk about them both individually soon, but you spoke a good few weeks now about getting a front man in. You've got 2. How pleased are you with them additions?
Yeah, there's something different to what we've got. I think, again, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that certainly at the top end we're a little bit young, and with that youthful exuberance at times, if you like, comes inexperience and inconsistencies. So to give ourselves options, we need a goal scorer, and we need to find a solution for that. Somebody to put themselves in the right area, but also a focal point and a presence up the top end, and I think they both provide that in different ways.
Cook and Fundup trained a few times with the squad. We'll start with Cook. Experienced, being in the league before. What was it specifically about him that's made you obviously sign him in the end?
Cook has been with us for probably a month, maybe just short of. He's played in some of the bounce games that we've played in. Has scored some goals within them. Has all the attributes, or lots of the attributes that we're looking for. Regardless, we know where we are in terms of a squad and the team. Works his socks off. Is a good finisher, will be a goal threat, has got experience in the league, like I say, is local, lives close to here, so ticks a lot of boxes. Not just for him, for ourselves. He obviously dropped out of the league and had a few little injuries. Went to Gateshead to get some games, but always had a desire to get back in. That, in fact, the fact being that he's had opportunities to sign for other clubs, but has been desperate to try and get something here, so has stayed in with us, and like saying, has earned the opportunity he's got himself.
Mike Fundup, spoke to him yesterday. He described himself as a target man, but likes to play like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo in his words, and obviously you better hope that
they're interesting words, let me tell you.
6'3", target man, also experienced, played Burton Albion last year. What was the reasons obviously bringing him in?
Yeah, as I say, experience, not more experience of sort of National League level, but is a physical presence. Like I say, he's been in with us and has trained with us. Will get himself in goal scoring areas, and I think within our team, if you do that, then you've got a chance. Whether you take those chances, that'll be the deciding factor. But as you said, is a good size, a physical presence, has got decent mobility as well, though, so can not just, I suppose, going to be back to goal. Will occupy centre backs, will occupy defenders, will allow us to get up the pitch, which is something we need. Tuesday was a prime example of that, in terms of allowing us to be able to get out and withstand pressure. So like I say, another one that is worthy of the opportunity. Hopefully from our perspective and for their perspective, they both go and grab that opportunity.
Are you expecting them to feature this weekend straight in, or is it kind of, I know obviously Cookie's been training a little bit, or is it kind of they need maybe a few more sessions? Or?
No, we'll see where we are. Cookie certainly, again, has trained with us last, like I say, month and has played in games. Mike was in with us for a week, so we'll see, and I'll have a chat with them to see where they feel there, or ultimately then we've got to pick a team, because we want to go and win tomorrow, and we'll do everything we can to try and achieve that.
So obviously a quick turnaround from Tuesday night. Obviously when we spoke to you after the game, obviously you said you were disappointed with the way things happened. Have you had more time to obviously reflect on Tuesday night, and is there anything specific you've worked on here with the lads' training ground to obviously put things right for Saturday?
No, everything. Listen, every game is a unique challenge. Tuesday was a unique challenge, one that we couldn't get any points from. Like I say, not for the want of trying. I thought, like I say, although we were under pressure, I thought we dealt with lots of things pretty well. Unfortunately, not well enough to keep the ball out of our net. And then, as the game goes further into the second half, we always knew that potentially it would open up. It did open up through, like I say, our good play, our ability or braveness to get on the ball, if you like, and which we didn't do as much in the first half, and got ourselves opportunities. We didn't take one of the opportunities, and we come away with another away 1-0 defeat, if you like, which again is obviously disappointing, but we have an opportunity, like I say, straight away to bounce back from that, and we'll look to do that tomorrow.
Obviously, as I said, opportunity this weekend. Oldham away, a little bit of an odd situation for them at the moment, just kind of a bit off the pitch, on the pitch. Probably is not as great as maybe they wanted. What are you expecting from this Oldham side?
I don't know, honestly. Again, there's obviously a lot of turmoil is the wrong word. There's a lot of unhappiness and discontent within the football club, especially the supporters around the off the field stuff that can have an impact on the pitch. On the pitch, they've had some injuries, which has meant their team selection over the past 3 or 4 weeks has been pretty changed. Different teams for different games. So we'll look at, and I've looked at what they do. They've played with different shapes. We've got to go and expect anything really, but I suppose focus on us. We're going to be pretty consistent with what we do. We know through the work we've done previously what we're doing against a different opposition and different styles and different shapes. It is slight tweaking, so we'll have a look at a few things this morning. But the main stuff is to, like I say, to concentrate on us, keep trying to produce the performances we have, and hopefully be as effective as we can in both penalty areas to get ourselves 3 points.
In terms of us, team news, injury news, any updates on the likes of Mark Shelton, Gavin Holohan, Joe Gray?
Shelton will be fine. Like, as I said after the game on Tuesday, really that was a decision that, from our perspective, was a pretty easy one to make, but we could have took a risk, which we didn't, which again gives him an extra few days. Gav won't be involved, but again, it's a thing even with him. It's a day-to-day thing. See how he is. Obviously, next week we have a free week, so a week's a long time. Obviously, football, a week's a long time anyway. So we'll see where we are with him. Joe, again, similarly is there but not quite there, and again he's one that you could take a risk on. We're not going to, so we'll see, like I say, where he is after today. Hopefully be able to really ramp up his rehab next week, with the hope of him being back available for us the following weekend.
Was there any other injuries or niggles that was picked up on Tuesday night?
No, nothing. Like I say, nothing following the game. Long trip back, and some got back sort of 5:45 in the morning. Yeah. So yeah, long trip. So trained a little bit later yesterday. Had the lads in sort of afternoon. But again, bright session this morning. Hopefully we go and not getting too carried away about our away results, if you like. But we want to go and win the game, as we. Again, I think we're worthy of winning a match before tomorrow, but hopefully tomorrow's the day for us.
I was just going to mention, finally, obviously that away form. Do you ever feel concerned about it, or is it far too early in the season?
Again, it's different. I'd be concerned if our away form was, and our away performances weren't great, but it's not. Again, it's unfortunately it's away results and home results, and I can look at different games. We're miles better at Tranmere than we were at home against Bristol Rovers. Yet we beat Bristol Rovers and got beat by Tranmere. That sometimes happens in football. So I'm not concerned about our performances and form. We're justifying of more than what we've got, and what we've got is nothing, which we've been miles better than that. So we'll keep doing what we've been doing. The detail becomes important. Becoming ruthless becomes important, and ultimately you're judged in both penalty areas. And you look at on Tuesday as an example of that. Regardless of what happens within the game, we make one mistake that leads to a goal. When potentially they make a mistake, we've not stuck that opportunity or those opportunities away to allow us to come ourselves away with a point. We've got to do that better, and that's probably like I say, what we're finding is the big difference in the league, in the step up, if there is any. So I'm comfortable with where we're at. We know where we've got to do better, and we'll try and make that the case.
Dave, thanks very much.
Cheers, thank you.